He had 2 lapses of his old self, and I absolutely jerked him out of the game because he's not playing that way. In the other parts of the game, I thought he did fine. Got to run the team a little bit better, like yelling out what we're doing, but he was good. It was great to see. I'm happy for him.
How would you compare this to the other night?
We got better, but we're still a ways away, folks. We got better. I mean, we're still doing the same things, only a little bit better than we were doing them.
Cal, it's late in the game when this happens, but Archie gets those dunks kind of late. Is that some of what you can get if you can get Ryan in the game and let Archie run a little?
That's what we don't get any easy baskets when he's not in the game, ahead of the pack. But that was that was at the very, very end. But we scrambled a little bit better. We helped down a little bit better. All the stuff we've been working on, but there were still lapses. And again, the start of the half, I may be trying a different starting lineup at halftime because the one that starts in the second half right now, if you look at the numbers, we're getting outscored in the first 5 minutes and the second 5 minutes probably by 5 points every game we played, every single game. So maybe we start a different lineup. I don't know yet. We got to figure it out.
You were up there 14 midway through the second half there. You go on about a 21-5 run. Is that more what you want, being able to put a team away like that?
Well, here's what happens. In a normal college game, if you got 2 teams fighting, one team will hang out around for a half, and then about the 12-minute mark, the 10-minute mark, the 11-minute mark, they'll let go of the rope, and that's when you go in that 12-0, 12-2, 14-2, and that's the ball game, okay? But that's been us, the team that let go. And so we're trying to get that to be who we are now. The way we finished the game, and again, I had to coax him into playing, and I shouldn't have to. I mean, I shouldn't be on a guy, come on, play, bother the ball, scramble, stay down. What? What is that, strategy? I mean, that's basically how I'm coaching right now. And so, like I said, we got a ways to go. This is unbelievable 3 weeks. We're practicing twice tomorrow. Finals will be Monday, so we're going to give them off Monday and maybe off Tuesday. Probably practice after finals on Tuesday. Go Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, get ready for a game Saturday. From Friday night on, there is no days off, nothing. We'll be going 3 times a day. So for the next 2 weeks, we'll be going at least 5 of the days, we'll be going 3 times a day. I'm fine. I'll be exhausted, but what the heck? I mean, the whole point is to help these young people think differently. They got to think differently than they're thinking.
John, could you elaborate on when you said Ryan sort of reverted to his old self, as you said? What does that mean?
Jog the ball up the court, standing straight up and down, not moving as the ball moves on defense, just standing there. Just absolutely standing there. Okay, you're out. The rest of the game, he didn't do it. He pushed the ball ahead. He flew it up the court. He stayed in the stance. He bothered the ball. When the ball drove, he went level with the ball. But it's really hard to play that way. Same with Alex. Alex is up to about 3 minutes and 5 seconds now at a clip. He went from 3 minutes at a clip to now 3 minutes and 5 seconds. So, but he's moving in the right direction.
Pretty much the majority of the game, it looked like Portland could get to the right back here and left. But you wound up getting 12 blocks. Did you want him driving in the paint?
No. We had guys playing him on the side. I mean, I'm just telling you, we have a long way to go. My question to my team, there's 8 or 10 teams that are better than all the rest of the teams in the country. Do you want to be one of those 8 or 10 teams? And what are you willing to do to be one of those 8 or 10 teams? Or don't you want to be one of those 8 or it's too hard? I want to be one of those 8 or 10. You mean to tell me we got to go 3 days to be one of those? I'm good. Let's be top 50 and hope we make the NCAA tournament. But if we're in the NIT, it's a good run to New York. You can be that team too. I mean, which team do you want to be? Because I'm looking at everybody in the country saying we're probably 50 to 100 right now, but we could be top 10, top 8. And those 8 are the only ones that truly have a chance to win the whole thing. Now, do you want to be those or not? And that was my challenge to him. Are you fearful you're not good enough right now? Are you like Derrick Rose, who when I had him had I just don't think I'm good enough. I got to work harder. I got to spend more time. Or Michael Kidd or Brandon Knight, guys that understood I'm not good enough. I got to get better. So those are the things. I'm working on as much mental toughness and the mentality this team has. And it's not all their fault. You know, we played Maryland and Duke to start off. We all think everything's good because we only lost to Duke by 3. It ended up being 9, but it was a 3-point game, so we're good. And we weren't right. And I knew we weren't right. So that falls on me. I'm trying to correct the mistakes I made and make sure that we get these guys after it.
John, did you give your guys a chance to answer when you asked them about where they wanted to be?
Yeah, I told them have that team meeting you have another one. Try to figure this out. Then come back and tell me. If you don't let me go nuts by myself. Just tell me. We're good, man. Just cool down. We'll jog it up the court. Help each other when we feel like it. Have some big threes sometimes. Other times just let me know. And as I say this jokingly to you and sarcastically, I like my team and I like our players. They can. It's what are they choosing to do? Did you notice that the fans gave Kyle Wilshire a great ovation? Can you tell me what that was for? Tell me why they did it. He rebounded a couple balls. You know he didn't have a rebound in the first half. Our fans will cheer him. He only had 3 rebounds. You'd act like he had 12. But he got 3 in traffic that they haven't seen in 8 games. Well, that's what we've been doing in practice. There were loose balls that he didn't get. He had to sit down. You're not playing. Loose balls that Ryan didn't get, you're sitting down. You're not playing. I'm holding them accountable. I grabbed a couple of them after. It's hard, isn't it? Hard trying to be special. It's easy being mediocre. It is really hard to try to be special. Now, I can help you, or you can say, I don't know what I'm doing. Maybe I don't. I've never prepared anybody. I don't know. Or you can listen to what I'm saying and do it. You know, I'm not afraid to tell the media what I've said. I like our fans to watch and say, he is exhausted. Oh, my gosh, look at him. So that these guys understand it's hard playing here and it's hard playing for me. You don't come here unless you want to be special. Don't do it. Don't torture you or me.
You mentioned that start, you know, the tough games early on. Did that speed you up maybe or slow you down getting this team maybe to where you wanted to get them as you look back at it?
It's a good question. We did what we did because we needed to figure out early because we didn't have anybody returning. But it gave us a clear picture now that we got 3 weeks to get this right. And we got 3 weeks with very little, 1 week with finals, but that means we'll have time. And then we have no class for 2 straight weeks. I cannot wait. I won't be leaving campus for anything. I'll be staying right here with these guys every day going. I got to leave one day.
John, you've said many times that you don't believe in the early morning workouts that coaches do yet now. Coach Cal, 7 a.m.
Well,
and
it's not. It's conditioning. It's not basketball practices. It's conditioning.
What's the difference?
Well, there's a big difference. The reason I'm doing it, it's not how much we're killing them in the workouts. It's that you got to get up at 7 o'clock and do it, which means you're up at 6:30. The biggest fight you have most of the time for all of us is that early morning wake-up call. That's the biggest fight you have all day. Well, you don't think they have it? Now, if I can get them when they feel like that, having to condition and get their heart rate up, that means in a game when they don't feel like going, they know they have something in the tank. So I told them, I'm working on you mentally more than even physically in the mornings. I'm just making you get up and sweat and get your heart rate up. And now we'll practice, and hopefully we're going to get this thing right. And when they come back with school, we're back to the normal 2-hour practice a day, which is what we do. I'm not a 3-hour guy. Even now, we'll go 2 hours. We're not going. I may go 2:15 if they're not giving it, but normally it's 2 hours.
Last question.
Nerlens, I guess he's okay. He was limping a little bit. They said he had some kind of leg bruise. And just how he is and how he played through that today gave you a little bit of everything.
He did all right. I thought, you know, he started limping, and we took him out. If you want to play, fake it. Don't limp. And play. And so he went back in, and I said, you're an energy guy. You're not a skill guy. You're not an up and under swing and a hook shot. That's not who you are. You're an energy guy. Play with energy. Got on Willie. Willie one-handed it, came down and lost the ball. Why don't you grab it with two and crab dribble and dunk it on their team? Because it's harder. That's why. It's harder. So then he comes back the very next play and grabs it, and it's an and one. Now, he missed the free throws, but I don't care. I just want you to battle, compete against the guy you're going against. And that's what this learning experience is for this team. And they're getting better. They're getting better, but I'm not backing up. I'm holding them accountable on every possession until they're ready to just say, come on now, let's go.